Ah, that's delicious. Excuse me. Welcome to Insta Chat with the Journalist. And today, my guest is Fang Darhythm. Let me just pin this post quickly. So, yeah, I'll be chatting to Fang about his career and all that. Should be dope, should be nice. And yeah, I'm waiting for him to join now. So, yeah, man, the man has been in the game for 15 years. Who's it?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I know I'm good, brother.
Kimnati, ngikhathetse phela. Ngiphethe ukudlala
Yeah,
diski.
yeah, shout out to you for being disciplined. And, I know it's not easy to, go play disky on a Monday evening. But yeah, man, it shows that you are a very focused man and you are serious about life.
I try, man. I try. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, once again, thanks for your time. So this platform is just a platform where we document, the house music culture in SA. And
Yeah.
yeah, so the interview will be available on Instagram and on the website tomorrow. So yeah, let's get right into it. I understand that your passion is radio and sound engineering, and I've noticed that a lot of house music DJs slash producers actually have like a similar background where it's either IT or sound engineering. So please
Yeah.
tell me your story.
It's very simple. I wanted to do music, obviously study music and music production. But with parents at that time, it's not something that they want to invest in. So the something that is next to music, that's the closest to music at that time for me was radio, and I loved radio as well, and sound engineering. So that's what I used to get closer to the music, which is what I'm doing right now. But I also have the qualifications for radio, so I had to use radio to just kind of like shut everybody up at home, so I can get to exactly what I wanted, which is music.
Do you think that at this day and age, is it still important for artists to have like a backup plan like you did, because you had to like say, okay, fine, I'll study just so that they can be rest assured that
Yeah.
you are safe. Looking
Yes
at
and no.
2020,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I'd say yes and no. The 2020 pandemic, it's unfortunate, I don't think something like that happens every day, but I think if you're gonna decide to do music and that's what you want to focus on doing, you should put everything in it and make sure it works you know. But if you're gonna wanna try and dabble in too many things, something is gonna suffer. I don't know what it is. It may be the DJing, it may be the music, or it may be your work that you're supposed to get paid for. And remember, we also grow up as people, and then responsibilities change. Now they're kids. Now you have a family. Now it's like when I was talking to Kabelo Mabelane a while ago about TKZ, and he was like, no, TKZ is when TKZ was there, we were young. We were all in high school. We were young. We had no responsibility. So if you decide to go to Devon right now, we can go. Whereby right now for him, it's different. He's got a family. He's got kids. So he can't just like up and leave and be like, hey. So he's got to think of his wife. Shit, I promised my daughter I'm going to pick her up tomorrow. So it's responsibilities changed as we go. In the beginning, everything is easy. You can do anything you want. So that's why when you're young, just be wild, man, and just go out there, live your life, because once you grow up and you start having responsibilities, everything changes. Then you gotta align yourself with certain things, and everything has got to make sense now because you can't just go and do something just for the sake of doing something. It needs to make sense, and it needs to make you money at the same time.
And you've been in the game, for 15 years, and
Yeah.
obviously, for those 15 years in the game, what have been some of your most valuable lessons?
Valuable lessons is I wish I had focused in studying music, and playing music 100% instead of doing music and then doing other things on the side. Um, I just wish I wish I could have done that, because right now when I produce is I the creating a drum and all that stuff, that's fine, but playing the actual instrument, it's very limiting because it's not something that I really focused on. So I have to get like a specialist, like a session musician, to come and play what I want to play. Then I'll just tell them how to play it or what I want to play. So if I'm looking at other musicians that can do everything for themselves, like recording, producing, mixing, uh, that's amazing. But there's not a lot of people that are like that. It's very, very minimal. So if
Okay.
there's something that are really, really, it's like, you know what, just um, everybody's going to have a problem with what you want to do. If you believe in it, just go for it.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Good answer, man. I see Obi. Obi's on your case. I know Obi too. I
Yeah.
assume he's talking about you guys, the soccer game that you guys just
Yeah,
had.
I can see them right there. The guys are actually tuned in watching the
Yeah. Shout out
yeah.
to Obi.
Yeah.
So, but you've also worked with some people that are quite respected in the game, like Louis Vega and
Yeah.
Portia Monique and so on.
Yeah.
Who are some of the people that you've worked with or that you've interacted with that that you value?
That I've worked with when that I want to work with in the future or
No, no, no. Some of the prolific other artists that you've worked with
oh
that you were
oof.
like, whoa, wow. When you were in the
Yeah.
moment when you're working with
Yeah.
them, you were like, wow, this is amazing.
When we worked with yes, Portia Monique was amazing. I remember when we met Portia Monique, it was around Spring Fiesta time. I don't remember if it was around 2012 or 2013. This is when we had spoken to Louis Vega, and he was like, "You guys got to start making your own music." And because the next step after DJing, it's to start producing. Some people started the other way around. There's no formula really, but the next step after being a DJ, you need to just go into making your own music because everybody's a DJ now. So you need just to bring something that makes you different. So when we spoke to Portia, is I was myself and Ed, we were working at KFM at the time, and we had a Friday show. We used to do, I forgot the name of the show. We used to do a show every Friday with Homoto, and it was around Spring Fiesta. So we were interviewing because our show focused mainly on house music. So we were going to interview Portia Monique at a hotel, I think in Empress Palace, and we were these young upcoming guys. I think that's one of the first interviews, and it was a big interview that we got, and she was cool. We got to the hotel, we set up, we did both video and radio interview.
Mm.
After the interview, she enjoyed the interview so much, and we started talking about, look, we started working on our own music, and it would be great to have a song with you. She was like, great. You guys just send me a beat and let's take it from there. And yeah, we've been working on a couple of tracks. So we sent her the first track. She didn't like it. She said it was a bit too jazzy, and that's where she didn't really want to go. And then we sent her the second option, which is Cure, and she liked it. She was like, okay, cool. Let me mess around with this. Um, and then I'll hit you up, guys, in a couple of days. We were like, cool. It was around summertime, October, November. So we were also busy anyway. It's around festive, it's up and down. And then when I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, we were in Northwest for the all white party. Portia
Mm-hmm.
sends us a 2 minute snippet of what she's recorded, the idea she has for the song. So we listened to it, and myself and Edgar, we were like, wow. But we took a while because we wanted to get to the studio first because we are from a gig. It's like 3 a.m., from driving from Northwest. We're like, no, let's get to the studio first and play it on a big sound system so we can hear it properly. And then we heard it and we were like, wow, this is beautiful. And then we just told her, look, we love the song, we love the hook, just carry on. And then she carried on and she was like, okay, cool. She'll finish writing the lyrics and she will let us know when she's ready to record. So then she can come to our studio and record. And then when she came to the studio and to record, I think standard time, depending on who you're working with, it's 2 hours, 30 minutes to record vocals for a house song, harmonies, a verse, and everything. That's provided that everything is already ready. She written everything, so it's just recording. And she nailed it, man. We were taking guidance from her, like, okay, guys, I want to record this. I want to record it like this. We were like, hey, to just do what you got to do. We'll just record it. And then when you're done, we'll stay behind and mix everything together. And she was amazing to work with. When we're done with it, we sent her the first draft. And then she had a couple of pointers. I don't really remember what pointers she had, but she was cool. And then we changed those things, and then everybody was happy. Then we got the song mastered. Then we released the song as our first single. It was the Rhythm Sessions featuring Portia Monique, Cure. And then we asked Louis Vega to if he's heard our song. He was like, yeah, I love it, man. We were like, are you able to do a remix for your boys? And he was like, yeah, I'll do a remix for you guys, and then I'll release it on my label. We were like, dude, just go ahead. And he did it. And we didn't think Louis is going to work on the remix as soon as we gave it to him. We thought it's something that it's going to be in the bag and then he'll do it later. And then I remember after 3-4 days, because of New York, South African time, he WhatsApp in the group, he WhatsApp a snippet of what he is starting to record. And we were just amazed. And then he started finishing up the song in the coming days. And then, yeah, he released the song. And when we also got other DJs, and producers like Mark Francis and Adam Rios, who are based in New York, and also our boys Alpha and Omega, who are in Soweto, amazing DJs and producers, to do a remix for the song. And yeah, and we were working with them on the song, actually. They were the ones that helped us with everything. It just took us through everything on the production and everything else. So yeah, those are the people that I can say, because it was our first experience just going through a first recording and going through the whole project alone. And yeah.
Yeah, wow, and I remember that song. That was a very, it still is a very hot song, and it doesn't
Thank
expire.
you.
It's a
Thank you.
classic, timeless
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
But now, obviously you're focusing more on your solo career.
Yes.
What have been some of the dynamics, the changes, like going from, always having a partner, and now you're like, okay, let me
Yes.
do stuff by myself.
It's more like when you're working with a team, there's two of you. So when there's work to be done, you guys delegate, and then
Mm.
you take what you're comfortable with, and he takes what he's comfortable with, whatever that may be in this project that we are working on, whether it's music, whether it's an event, whether it's interviews and all that stuff. So being alone, I can't delegate. I have to do everything by myself. So even the weak points that I know I have and I was comfortable for him to carry, I have to see how am I going to make it work, and like how we're going to go forward. So those are one of the challenges, and then also just stepping out of your comfort zone and being able to take on those challenges and want to work on them and be better. So look, it's been nice. I've been enjoying it. It's one of those things that when you are in a situation, or when you are working with a group or within a company, or working for someone, you're so scared to leave sometimes, thinking, damn, I'm not going to survive if I leave here.
Mm.
And then as soon as you've left, obviously with the proper plan, that's when you realize, oh, okay, actually there was nothing to be scared about. I just needed to believe and just to have a proper plan of how I was going to do everything that I'm doing right now.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously,
Yo, I can see my girl. My girl is online there. Hey, baby.
shout out to
Yeah,
your
shout out
girl.
to.
And
Yeah.
obviously, you started this journey, a solo journey. I don't know if you obviously, maybe you were planning before you knew COVID was gonna happen, and
Yes.
then now there's COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been a challenging year for everybody in the media game, obviously. And I know that you guys used to host a show together on
Yeah.
Kai FM. So what has life been like after being on radio? What are your plans now for radio?
Funny enough, the moving away from rhythm sessions, it's been something that's been on my mind for the past 3 years. Um, COVID just took it and accelerated that thing, because with COVID hitting level 5, it was lockdown. Everything stopped. So it gives you a lot of time, because now you don't have anywhere to rush to, you don't have gigs to rush to, you don't have work to go to. You are home, you're stuck there, you gotta work, you know. So it gave me a lot of time to just sit there, reflect, and ask myself a few things. Am I happy? Just look at the goals that I've put out for myself and for the group. Where are we in terms of achieving them? How are we gonna get there? Like the way we are pushing right now, will we be able to get there? You know, and you just got to be honest with yourself. So that's what the time COVID gave me, and I realized, okay, cool. The way we are going, personally, I think maybe not. You know, and I want to play in big stages. I want to play at Ultra. I want to tour Europe. I want to tour Africa, and with the type of music, especially soulful music, which is rhythm sessions, that is known for. Um, please hold on. Please hold on. I just need to pay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Money. Okay, hold on. Okay, so hold on. Sharp, sharp. Sorry, man. I had to pay for the field. You know, we play here every Mondays and Fridays, so we booked the field for 2 hours. So you got to pay for it. You know,
All right.
so
I know
I
you're
hadn't
in
paid.
business.
Yeah. So yeah, we did. So COVID gave me that time to actually sit down and reflect, and I believe a lot of people don't have that time because life gets so busy, you know. So within COVID, that's when I started having the conversation with Ed. I was like, "Yo, this is where I am, and this is where I want to go. You know, I know this is what we want to do, this, but I just need to take a break a little, and I
Mm.
want to focus. I want to focus on this. You know, obviously he didn't like it at first, but as the days went by, he came to the party and he understood. You know what? There's nothing wrong with you going solo. I'll also just do my own thing, and at some point we will come back together and work again because we spent about 10 years building the rhythm sessions, and we believe we've built something beautiful. And we can't just like drop it and leave it. It happens everywhere. You could look at Mafiki Zolo, you look at TKZ, you look at Masters at Work. There's a lot of groups that always like somebody just want to go and satisfy their own individual needs. And then obviously then when you're done with that or you feel satisfied with that, then if it's still cool, then we can come back and push that. And you can do both.
Yeah, and you say life just started, featuring Oscar.
Yes.
Uh, Tell me about that sound, bro.
That song, I started working on it on lockdown. That's when I knew that I won't be working with the rhythm sessions today, going forward. And a lot of things was happening at that time. This is when I was also going through a retrenchment at Kai FM, you know, and I've been at Kaya since 2009. It's 2020. I got to Kai FM as an intern, straight graduate intern, to working in the music library, to producing Bob Mabena's show, to being an intern also on Fat Joe's show, to so I did work up the ladder, and I got to a point where, you know, I've done what I've wanted to do, and I was also planning to leave, but then the retrenchments came. I also didn't want to feel like take it as a bad thing. I just wanted to see the positive in it, and also the rhythm sessions. I also didn't want to see it as a ending. You know, I just want to see it as a positive thing because we are planning to work with the rhythm sessions in the future. You know, so life just started was just summarizing what I was going through within that time. You know, I don't want to feel like, oh, I lost the job. Oh man, it's gonna be bad. Rhythm sessions. This no, it's more like, you know what, I didn't feel bad. I just felt like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, you know, and now it's time to go ahead and work with all these things that I was so scared of to do over the years, you know. So I called up Oscar. Oscar, we're very close with him. We work with him on a song called Touching You. It's on our album, Music is Love. Touching You is one of our biggest songs, actually. I called Oscar. I had a great relationship with Oscar. He's based in Beijing. I called him. I told him about what's happening, you know, and I told him that I'm going solo, and I'm going to need him to. I'm working on a project, and I would love for him to be part of it. He was very keen. He was like, "Look, dude, I'm not doing anything right now, and I'm very happy to help you with your project." You know, I sent him the beat. Life just started, and then I told him where I was in my life, and I want him to write about life starts today. And then he was like, "No, no problem, cool." And then he wrote life just started. And I listened to what he wrote. I liked it. I didn't even change it around anymore. I was just like, you know what, this is it right here. And then he sent me the vocals, and I just started mixing the song with my boy Pax Africa, and also Alpha and Omega. And then I also called in a keyboardist. His name is Moso, to just kind of lay extra things on it to make it sound even nicer, you know. So yeah, that's how Life Just Started came about. And then I also asked Alpha and Omega to work on remixes for the song, which are coming out very soon. And then I also did another remix, a different mix for the song. It's I don't know when I'm gonna drop the song because I'm waiting for one more remix from Nkanyezi and Shesmix Soul. So as soon as I get those, then I can set a date to release the remixes. So that's how Life Just Started came out. It dropped on the 23rd of July, and it's out on all digital platforms.
Yeah, and you know, you could have gone the Amapiano route, but
Yes.
or you know, but you didn't. Why?
I just believe in staying true to yourself. You know, I don't think my piano would have stayed true to myself because it's not what I do. I have no problem with my piano. I hear it everywhere at gigs. It sounds very nice, but it's just not me. And I'm all about just staying true to myself. If I was chasing fame and maybe other things, I don't know what, maybe money, then the easiest route to take is my piano. And that also doesn't guarantee that you're gonna be successful in it because you still gotta put in the work, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that have changed from whatever, and they always want to do what's current at that time, whether it's Tom or it's my piano, and they still haven't broken through into the industry. So, yeah, it's rough.
I hear you.
Yeah,
You know, the house scene is very interesting for me because you know we've got Gom, we've got Amapiano, we've got Afro, we've got Afro Tech. You know,
yeah,
in your opinion, what do you think is going to put South African? I know Gom, you know, to some
yeah,
extent, it's
yeah,
global because Beyonce is on it and all that. But
yeah.
what do you think, you know, is going to be that genre in South Africa that's going to put SA in the, you know, on the global scale?
I believe it's Afro House, it's Afro Tech, and we've got so many producers in South Africa that are already working on that are producing music that's already playing all over Europe, you know, from Ino Napa to Kosusa, who are guys from KZN, to Dakapo, who is local as well, to Dark, to, geez, there's a lot of producers, our boy Cairo. These are guys that their music is playing in Europe, and a lot of South African people don't know that because their music is also not mainstream. Mainstream meaning that it doesn't play much on radio, you know. But there are songs that are big in clubs. You know, every DJ in Europe is just playing them, and some of them also here underground. Everybody's playing them. So I believe Afro House is just the way. Because I play a lot of Afro House now, and half my sets are 90% locally produced
Mm,
music. Yeah.
mm, yeah. Well, that's interesting because you know some people say it's Amapiano because we see you know a couple of Hollywood stars playing Amapiano here and there.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Amapiano as well. It's just as big, but I don't know. Like I suppose for me, it's more preference, and maybe I'm more exposed to Afro House and Afro Tech more than I am exposed to Amapiano. So I can only talk about that.
yeah. No, look, man. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Is there, you know, 2020 is coming to an end now. You know, we're going through
Yes,
the phase in music.
yes,
It's crazy. Everybody's dropping. Everybody wants that, you know,
yeah,
December song. So
yeah,
from you, you know, I know, you know, you last dropped in July. So are you gonna drop
yes,
anything? I know you just mentioned that you're gonna drop the
yes,
remix package, but
yes.
yeah, what are your
I'm
plans?
hope I'm hoping to drop the remix package as soon as I get the remixes because the other ones are done. And but next month, which is October, I'm dropping a project that I was working on with Pex Africa. It's featuring Lizwi. Lizwi is she's an artist singer from KZN, and she's like a Afro house singer from KZN. She's amazing. The song is called Impi. It will be dropped sometime in October. We're just finalizing a few things with regards to the paperwork. And that will be the last song that I'll drop for 2020. And then for 2021, geez, I mean, with the lockdown 5 months, I've worked on so much music. I just need to sit down and structure it properly in terms of, okay, what do I want to do now? So there's a whole lot of music, and I know a whole lot of producers, and they worked on a whole lot of music as well. So people are just busy. So that's why when now level one, everybody's just gonna drop. I think Black Motion is also dropping I don't know if it's tomorrow or in a couple of days' time, and they drop an album. Cairo's also dropping an album, unless it's already dropped. It's crazy. I think the couple's also dropping an EP very soon, and he just dropped an album. Genesis during lockdown. So yeah, everybody's busy. There's just too much music sitting right now because we've worked so much on music during lockdown.
Yeah, no, look, I can't wait for everybody to drop. I think, and by the way, I agree with you. I think Afrotech is going to go
Yes.
international.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, can't wait to see what's going to happen. Can't
Yeah.
wait for you to drop, new stuff. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time, man.
Thank you for
And
having
yeah,
me, man.
I will, and greet the gents there at the soccer pitch. Yeah.
Yeah, they are watching us. Yeah. All right, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, and then chat soon.
All right. Sharp, sharp.
Cheers, bro.